Hola, my friend.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chase, aka CR Media. Got a packed house tonight, guys.
Yes, we
Got a
do.
lot of.
And it looks like I'm taking the place of Josh, apparently, because this ain't the Dynamite post show. This is the I-70 hot tag, apparently.
Yeah, Twitch does this thing where you have to like manually edit, otherwise,
Yeah,
no. It says Dynamite post show. I wonder why.
yeah. But when you have the loading screen, it says the I-70 hot tag starts in.
Oh, got you. I think you told me that last week, and
Yeah,
I
we
meant to
did.
change it. I still haven't gotten around to it. Oh well. Oh
That's
well.
all good.
Um, see,
Don't worry,
Matthew
Josh.
Holland is in the chat.
Yes, he is. I
Also
see
see Stephen
Hunter
Chambers. Yes, Hunter
and
and Gears
Gears
of
of
Kai.
Kai,
Absolutely. Uh,
and our boy Axel's in there as well as Jacob
yes,
or Jakey. Sorry, Jakey boy.
absolutely. Uh, Lord of the CR Media, the Return of the King. And then Josh says, "How much did he pay you to say that, Kai? How about you suck it, Josh?"
Josh is just
So,
jealous.
uh,
And see, I'm not the only one that thinks your camera's out of focus. You're
really?
you're very blurry. Kai
Hmm.
thinks you're blurry too.
Interesting. Let's take a look. Okay.
Did you not pay your internet bill?
Yes. All
Or are we not
right.
talking about the internet situation over there at the moment?
No, I mean my internet's great. I've got four green bars. I just looked at it on a different screen. It does
Yeah.
look fuzzy, but I mean, I don't. There's one way to fix this. Boom.
Hey, no, 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 no. You need to have a camera on this show. Them's the rules.
What about? Does it look better now?
No, it still looks the same.
All right. All right. Well, I mean, I don't. I don't know what else to do. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Oh shit. He's gonna back out and leave me by myself, isn't he? Of course. How's it going, guys? Josh, I love it. I love it. And Hunter, yes. There we go. Some prettiness back in your life.
All right. There we
And I'm not just talking about that Chiefs title behind you.
Yeah, super nice, man. I really dig this. I like it a lot. Um, I told that guy actually I was going to post a review video and I forgot today, man. I've been super busy today.
Nah, you
Um,
got time, man. You got time.
yeah, I got time. I got plenty of time. So, I appreciate everybody joining with us tonight. Guys, if you are new here, I will let you guys know that what we do is we take a little bit of time here. We break down the show of AEW Dynamite. And then at the end of the show, once we're done breaking down, we post the link in the chat to give you, the viewers, the opportunity to come on and hang out with us. Tell us what you liked and what you didn't like and all that good stuff. And we will get into it. But first we got to get a couple of things out of the way as far as, the deets. Got to get the deets out of the way.
Yes, we do.
First off, the first thing I want to talk about is we're live right now on Sports Empire Network. Sports Empire Network has done a fantastic job of building up and getting things, um, you know, as far as football, basketball, baseball, NASCAR, WNBA, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you check out Sports Empire. And then I am Sports Empire's residential wrestling guy. So you're going to see a lot of cool stuff coming through on Sports Empire Network, one of which will be the reason why, and this is a little bit of a spoiler alert. This really only, really
You're not leaving me,
pertains.
are you?
No. This really
No.
only pertains to Gears and to Josh. Josh already knows about this.
Oh, no.
But this weekend, I will not be at CSW when the levy breaks, because Sports Empire Network has an opportunity, and I am going to go represent them because I'm the only one here in Kansas City to go to the banquet dinner for the Chiefs for the NFL 101 Awards. So
That's
I
awesome,
will be
man.
there recording content, interviewing people, and stuff like that. So I don't know who all I'm going to interview. I don't know, what all that, what all is going to happen, but I'm very excited about the opportunity, and very, very, very excited to get to do that. So make sure you check out Sports Empire, guys. And as a way of saying thank you from Sports Empire Network, if you go to SeatGeek.com, where you can buy any type of sporting events, concerts, any live events like that, you can get on SeatGeek.com. If you use the promo code SEN, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase. So, like I said, that's our way of saying thank you for supporting Sports Empire Network.
Just like you did for WrestleMania.
That's right. That is correct.
You used it for your WrestleMania tickets, and you got yourself $20 off.
Yes, $20 off of my $400 tickets. So
Nothing wrong with that, my dude. You paid $400 to go see
2 days.
a two-day show.
That's $200. That's $200 a piece. So
that's good, man.
Chat is popping off here really quick. Scott, I appreciate you being my subscriber. I was going to get to that next, but really quick. Gears of Kai says, congrats. I appreciate that, Kai. For as much as I would love to be at when the levy breaks, Josh will be riding solo at that event, so I can go do this event for the Chiefs. So, but yes, I will definitely miss when the levy breaks. And then Gohan says, hope your day is well, man. We are doing fantastic over here, Gohan. Appreciate you joining with us and hanging out. We're also, I've got some stats here in front of me, because I saw my friend Scott here subscribed for 6 months in a row to the Twitch. Guys, I am sitting at 3 subscribers right now. On March 5th, AEW is going to present Revolution. If you guys want to watch Revolution without ordering the pay-per-view, the way to do that would be going onto the Discord and joining, and then also becoming a subscriber on the Twitch. So you will be able to watch Revolution in the Discord if you are a subscriber of the Twitch. And our Discord is currently sitting at 47 members. We had a goal of 50 by the end of February. All we need is 3 more, and we will hit that goal.
And click that subscribe button. Click it. You can do it with your free with Amazon Prime.
Absolutely. If you are an Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime member, you can use your Prime sub for a Twitch, and I would love to be that Prime sub, because we're like I said, we're trying to build the Discord and trying to expand and offer opportunities in there for people to have fun, talk on a daily basis and stuff like that. And
we'll continue to grow, and with your help, we'll continue to grow.
Absolutely. So
and
make sure you
more content for you guys.
Exactly. So make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you're a subscriber on the Twitch. But Facebook, man, I wanted to, just highlight these social media things real quick before we get into it. Facebook, we are sitting at 420 followers and 374 likes.
That's awesome.
Would like to see the likes and the follows match. I don't understand why it does that, where people hit the follow button, but they're not able to hit the like button or whatever the reason is.
Yeah,
But
algorithm's weird.
it is. And then on Instagram, we're sitting at 151 followers. Twitter, we're at 108. Twitch, we're at 156. And then TikTok, we're at 1,089.
Speaking of Twitter, though, your boy, Mr. Bebe, decided to follow me on Twitter.
Adam Cole?
No. Bebe.
Brian J. Bebe.
Yeah. He follows me on Twitter. He's
That's
one of the
awesome.
few people that does.
Good for him. Good for him, man. I like that. Brian J. Bebe is a good guy, man. He is.
He sure is, man.
So
he's no Chase, but he's.
That's right. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But, not everybody can be Chase. So,
so
Gears is a little bit confused. The I-70 hot tag has to hit 1,000. Now, the other part of that is I had to correct Brian J on Monday because Brian J gets a little bit ahead of himself. We ran the promotion that the I-70 hot tag had to get to 1,000 by the end of January. It didn't happen. So the promotion is not running anymore. I'm not willingly out here trying to get people to give me a chop now. If the I-70 hot tag gets to 1,000, cool, good for them. But
let's give it a new challenge. Give it a new challenge. Come on. If it can get to 1,000, I will fly to America, and both you and Josh can chop me.
Okay, that's fine. They're finally closing in on 600. Now, here's the thing. The thing is that they got to start posting. We got to start posting more content on the I-70 hot tag TikTok page. I got to start posting more content on my TikTok page as well. But that's one thing of how it's going to help get the TikTok, get the I-70 hot tag TikTok to 1,000. Now I have no problem doing that, but we'll work something out. We'll get another one going in the works, but I like I said, I'm in no hurry to go get chopped by large men. So
okay, don't worry, that would happen too.
Oh yeah,
that would happen too.
Absolutely. So yes, let's get into this. AEW Dynamite. Let's get your first impressions, Scott. What did you think of the show?
It was a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest, really. Like, it felt the pacing was good, but it felt all over the place at the same time.
It did. I feel like it started out strong, and then it kind of sizzled out there towards the end. I wasn't I wasn't really impressed by that last match, but we'll kind of get into that.
Yeah. There are things to talk about with regards to that match, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely get into that at the time that we're close to it.
Yes. So we started off, like I said, really strong with the Orange Cassidy and the Wheeler Yuta match for the All Atlantic Championship. I thought it was good. What was weird is I completely forgot that Wheeler Yuta was kind of like
the BCC.
No. Wheeler Yuta was part of the Best Friends.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. and they kind of showed that, and it was actually Wheeler Yuta and Orange Cassidy who had the tension that caused Wheeler Yuta to kind of bounce out. And so
wasn't it he had tension with Trent?
Was it? I thought Trent was the one that held him in there.
No, I thought it was Trent was one he had tension with.
Yeah.
I don't
remember because, like you said, it lasted a whole 5 minutes. So
yeah.
But yeah, it was a great way to kick it off. Orange Cassidy switched it up and took Yuta's elbow strikes and used it against Yuta. And then they did a pin sequence that I thought was very cool, very unique with the two. Obviously, Orange Cassidy retained, but I thought it was a good match to start off with.
One thing, are the BCC now heels?
I don't know,
because we had Claudio come out, bitch slap Yuta, and then they were booing Yuta. The crowd was booing Yuta.
I don't know. I think they're.
Are they heels now?
I don't know if they're heels, but what I will say is that.
Are we getting the same treatment that we got with Saraya? They got booed in one town, so they're going to switch it up, and we're going to have them heels now because of it.
Because I feel like I have kind of harped on that specific story a lot. And I don't necessarily mean to, but AEW has done a really bad job of telling stories lately.
They have, yeah. They really have. They have not done the best quality job in their storytelling, and unfortunately it's been really telling like compared to the story that we've got from the other company, which we shall not go into because this is the post Dynamite show, and then we'll end up on a rant and Hunter will come in and kick our asses.
Yeah no and it's just it's really weird to me because I was watching this show tonight and I was looking at some of the stories and I was like, I think we're starting to see the disadvantages of Tony Khan running a football team, running a soccer team, running AEW, running ROH, all these different things that Tony Khan's doing. And like, don't get me wrong, like obviously we've seen some disadvantages to it, before, but I think we're really starting to see it because AEW still had good matches, great matches. They have great talent, obviously like the criticism of the talent, and lack thereof of using the talent, utilizing the talent that they have has always been like a strong point, but there was never lack of stories or lack of good matches, great matches in AEW. The women's division has always lacked. And now I feel like the rest of the show reminds me of the women's division, where it feels like they're throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And they're just coming up with everything on the fly.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I feel, and maybe it's because I feel disconnected from AEW. I don't know. I mean, I'm still invested in it. I'm still excited to watch it on Wednesday nights. I get super excited to sit down in front of the TV.
Sometimes that works as well. Like sometimes you just throw shit and see what sticks, and it works.
Yeah,
but that doesn't work all the time, and you can't constantly do that because you're going to end up having to clean that crap off the wall.
Exactly, and that I feel like that's what's happening right now. And it was it was kind of the same thing with this, and we'll kind of get further into the show. After that match between Orange Cassidy,
I don't think they're out of ideas.
I don't think they are either. I think the problem is that one guy is coming up with all the ideas.
And I was talking about this with one of my friends as well during the show. And what makes WWE and AEW different is that WWE has a team of creative and a team of that works together. AEW has Tony Khan running everything and running creative. Yes, the wrestlers get their input, but at the end of the day, Tony Khan gets to say yes or no.
Yeah.
And he gets to say what it is. If you've got a team working together and you've got someone else and he can just go focus on the main business side of things and the promotion side of things, going to be fantastic. You put someone in charge that's going to control that creative and help develop your characters a bit more, you're going to find that the stories are going to complement the matches.
Yeah.
No, that's all over your face there, Chase.
I know. I have it set up to pop up randomly, and this is its idea of popping up randomly.
Right over your face.
That's all right though. That's all right. As long as everybody scans the QR code and gets those numbers up, I don't care if it's on my face or not.
And that's what she said.
That's what she. My man. But yeah, man, I don't know. You know, like I said, we can kind of get into it. I agree there. You know, because we have seen the disadvantages in the past 10, 15, 20 years that WWE has relied on writers and the criticism behind that, you know, the criticism of, you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin, for example, was very critical about, you know, the writers. When he mentioned that soap opera actors shouldn't be telling calibers, or not soap opera actors, but former soap opera writers shouldn't be writing promos for wrestlers when, you know, and he talked about how Ric Flair never had anybody write his promos for him and stuff like that. So it's weird when people who aren't in the business come in and tell guys what they should say. And that was very cool that AEW had that issue, that they took the wrestlers' feedback and they took, you know, what the wrestlers wanted to do. But now we're at a standpoint where it's like, how much creative control are these guys having, to the point where is there anything creative? What's up, Dean? Appreciate you joining, sir.
Yeah, welcome, Dean. Look, I was also talking about this in another chat of WWE has had this constant recyclement and repetition of a lot of their characters and a lot of their stories. And I'm going to throw it out there. It's the same with the part-time situation in WWE.
Yeah.
But that's what it's feeling like in AEW, that we're getting, while we are getting great matches, we're not getting the quality of stories because they're going back to relying on certain things that worked previously.
Yeah.
And like the MJF, Brian, 5 matches before you get to me situation. That is exactly something that happened in all of MJF's previous feuds. We don't need that.
Yeah.
We had
Cody Rhodes. Chris Jericho. John
Wardlow.
Moxley. Wardlow. Like it's MJF's shtick, but it's like, okay, how many times are we going to see this before, you know? And I'll say it, man. Like even the MJF and the Bryan Danielson feud right now, it just feels rushed. It feels like they threw it together really quick. It doesn't feel like there's been a build up to it. And maybe that's, like I said, maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I don't know. Look, I've had a lot of stuff going on in the past month.
You're definitely not wrong there.
Yeah.
It does feel like they have, like it feels like they've been trying to build it, but they haven't put the time into it that it deserves, and the development on it hasn't been the right style for what it should be to build a main event of a pay-per-view. Like you want to. I'm going to say this, and you know me, I'm not a big WWE guy, but the best storyline in the past 5 years in wrestling at this point in time has been the Bloodline. And look, it has been like across the 5 year period, a 5 year period.
I would say so. Yeah. Okay.
It has been this Bloodline story and this story between Sammy and Roman, obviously.
Yeah.
Like it's been a great story. Anastasia, my wife, she was asking me a couple of questions last night because she was writing out some stuff for Kaylin, our son, to do during for school because he's homeschooled, and we're going to incorporate some wrestling questions because he loves wrestling. And one of the questions was, "What do you think is the best story of the current era?"
What's up, Graves?
Hello, Graves. But what is the best story of the current era? And I said to it, Bloodline story.
Yeah.
Right? It's the most memorable one.
Yeah. I was saying the past 5 years. But like, and I'm not asking AEW to hit home run. I mean, like that Bloodline story is a home run, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like it's the best thing in the past 5 years. Is it the greatest story? No. And that's a different subject for a different time. We could talk about that on bad booking. Because I've heard people throw that around like, oh, it's the greatest story in the past 20 or 30 years. And I don't agree with that. I'll say 5 years, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
5 years I can give it, but not for the past 20 years. No way.
Yeah, no. And like I said, you're not going to hit a home run like that all the time. But man, come on. Like, I just need something. I need something that,
you need something
I love watching New Japan wrestling, and I love watching them tell stories in the ring. Like that's always like I'm a wrestling purist at heart. I love the storytelling in the ring. Yeah. But if you want me to watch a 2-hour TV show, like I've got to have some substance to it that doesn't feel like you just threw it at the wall to see if it stuck. Yeah. And some of this stuff does, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's some stuff that is fantastic. Like there is some stuff AEW has done that has been absolutely amazing. And a fine example of that, Action Andretti. Like, okay, it's a fly on the wall situation, but it's thrown at the wall and it's stuck, and he's worked out brilliantly.
Yeah. Here's my thing.
But where does he go from here?
Yeah, exactly. Like what are we going to do further going forward? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm checking something real quick.
All good. But no, I think
don't care about that.
And another question that was brought up by my wife was the fact of like who's the best talker of like, and she said both now and all time, and like, or who's the best on the microphone. And she brought up she brought up one thing, and I said, honestly, no, The Rock isn't the best on the mic of all time. The person I think is currently and probably has pulled off the best promos in the past few years that can hold you is Cody Rhodes.
I don't disagree with that at all, guy.
Like as much as
I don't disagree with that at all.
Like when Cody was in AEW, he could hold the crowd in the palm of his hands, and he does it now as well.
Yeah,
like the fact of when
I think he's so much better at doing it just because of the type of crowd that WWE is. compared to what AEW was. But I thought the same thing in AEW. I was like, there's, everybody's entitled to their opinions, right? Like I'm not gonna knock a wrestling fan for having an opinion, but man, like when the fans turned on Cody Rhodes and AEW, I thought, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, this is weird to me
They
because
turned on him because
he's white hot. He plays a great good guy. Why would you want Cody? Cody Rhodes was like that guy that
because they wanted the Cena treatment.
Do you remember? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, do you remember with Cena? We all wanted Cena to turn bad.
Yeah. But
do you know how much that would have sucked?
Oh, it would have fucking been terrible.
Yeah.
It would have been terrible. Sorry about the F-bomb. But
no, you're good.
Absolutely terrible.
I agree. I sat right there. I think about it now that I'm older and now that I can look back at it. And in 2008, 2009, if you'd have turned Cena into a bad guy, it'd have been awful.
The sales would have been atrocious. The company wouldn't be in the standpoint that it's in. To be honest,
not just that, but I'm talking about just Cena in general.
Yeah,
but like you get so much of these diehards that are like these blowhards, and I can say that because I used to be one of them, and that are like, oh, Cody needs to turn heel. He just needs to be a bad guy. Because I'm not interested in seeing the existential, the good guy, the white meat baby face. Okay, yeah. Somebody's got to be that guy.
But they
can't all be MJF, where one week we don't know if he's a good guy, and the next week we don't know if he's a bad guy or not.
And you know what? We may hate that he didn't turn heel, but you know what's the thing? The kids love it. The kids love him. He sells merch.
I like
that. He brings fucking... Sorry again for the F-bomb. He brings eyes to the product. He goes into mainstream media, and the WWE gets a cut of his revenue from that. Yeah. And he's a face that children will love to dawn on them. Like, they'll wear the shirt, they'll wear the armbands, they'll wear the hat. And who's paying for that? Us parents.
Exactly.
Us parents. You look right behind you. What do you have behind you? You have a WWE championship. Yes, it has the Chiefs logos on the side plates, but that's part of the WWE program.
Looks absolutely beautiful.
Product. And that's the thing. Cena definitely was that type of guy, and Cody can be that type of guy as well. Cody could have been that guy for AEW, but the crowd turned on him because they wanted to have the Cena effect. They wanted that Cena effect, and it didn't work because AEW was always supposed to be the alternate and the differing, not necessarily different, but the alternate to WWE.
Yeah. I'm able to pinpoint it, and I'm able to talk about it, and we'll I'll do a little bit of it here, and then we'll move on from it. Fans turn on baby faces when they give a corny promo.
Yep.
The second it becomes corny, that's when grown men who watch fake.
Why do you think people turned on Roman Reigns?
Exactly, but what I'm saying is Roman didn't have anything to offer.
No, nothing. He did.
He had a look, and that was it. And
he was
you can only sell a look so much. He had no charisma. He had no in-ring skills. He had no mic skills. So the Roman's a little bit differently. I'm talking about Cody. Cody
Yeah.
because of the crowd that AEW has, the blowhards, the guys that are so into the product that they're the smart fans,
I'm behind
because
the
of
scenes. I know everything.
yeah. Because of the type of fan that watches AEW, when they got that corny babyface promos from Cody, and Cody had a couple of doozies, a couple weeks in a row, they immediately turned on him.
Yeah.
And thought, oh, we're not going to turn on him. Like, we still like Cody, but we just don't want him to be a baby face anymore because he's corny. We want to turn him heel. And I just, to me, it's like, it didn't work at all. So, you know, let's talk about this evil Uno backstage thing with Adam Page.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about how the show started off strong, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit more, but it fizzled out. And I kind of just piggybacking off of that, I don't know why this ended the show.
It wasn't
Moxley
a bad
and Evil Uno.
Like, it could have been a better segment. The that Hangman Mox segment. It could have been a lot better, but not Hangman Mox. Sorry, the Hangman Uno segment. It could have been a lot better. I liked the tension between the two. I liked the tension because, in all fairness, Uno was right. Hangman hasn't been there for them. Hangman has not been there for the Dark Order. Why? Like,
they're constantly there for him, and he's never there for them. I don't understand it either.
Yeah, like, at the end of the day, Uno's a talented hand, and someone that you could easily build something with. Like, I don't know if you've seen his work outside of AEW, but
no, I'm a big Hangman Adam Page fan.
No, Uno.
Oh, Uno, yeah. No, I haven't seen a whole lot of his stuff outside of AEW.
Some of his stuff out of AEW is like, he's a very strong character, and like, that's what they need. They need to have these strong characters. This is one thing I'm really getting annoyed with AEW, is they had these strong characters for such a long period of time when they started, and they just dropped them all. They dropped them all. Like, we had as much as I think he's a jobber anyway, but Peter Avalon doing his librarian gimmick. It was a strong character, but then they turned him into this love guy and like love lounge guy, and now he's with bloody Dolph Ziggler's brother. So,
let's talk about this Ricky Starks interview.
Yeah, can we talk about why we get two interview segments in a row?
Not really sure.
Why should we, like, I don't think it should have been two interview segments in a row.
I agree.
I think it should have been the match, then the interview segment.
Yep. So, Ricky Starks comes out and mentions that he's moving on from the JAS. He issues an open challenge at Revolution. Jericho interrupts, and Jericho wishes Ricky Starks luck. And then Peter Avalon, who you just talked about, comes out to answer the challenge, and Jericho attacks him. And then Jericho comes down and gets in Ricky's face and says he can beat Starks without the JAS. And Jericho signs the contract and makes the match official for Revolution. After doing so, Ricky Starks had a gigantic grin on his face because it was very obvious what Ricky Starks was doing. He was baiting Chris Jericho.
It was like, it was obvious that Stevie Wonder could see it. Like, it was that obvious Stevie Wonder could see it.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, at the end of the day, you knew it was coming. You knew Jericho versus Starks was coming. Do I think it's going to be a good match? Yes, because Starks and Jericho can put on a good match together. But did they need to have this whole segment for that? No.
I thought it was entertaining. Like I said, this was kind of like the strong part of the show starting off was the Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta match, this Ricky Starks thing, and then we get to this match with the Acclaimed against Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. And then right after this, I kind of
you said Big Bill.
I did. Whatever.
Not W. Morrissey.
Yeah.
Not W. Morrissey anymore.
I do want to point out that the Acclaim came out and dissed him with the SAWFT. I thought that was hilarious. A Scissor Zona chant started with the crowd. I thought that was hilarious.
I got to admit, the crowd was wild tonight.
It was very wild. Was
absolutely wild tonight. Like, throughout the whole show, they were actually really, really wild. It doesn't matter what section of the show it was in. They were wild with what they were doing and saying.
Yeah. And it was funny because there was a part in this match that really, really got me. And it probably wasn't that funny if I went back and watched it, but at the time watching it live, I lost my shit. It was when Big Bill scissored himself. I don't know what it was, man, but watching him do that just made me lose it. So,
this isn't me, Daddy Chase.
Yeah. Like I said, man, this was kind of where the show fell off for me. I felt like this was up to this point was where it was like it was going good. Like it was going good. And let me get to that. Tony Schiavone is at the top of the rampway, and Tony Schiavone calls for an interview, and it was Christian Cage, and Christian Cage comes out and then gets attacked by Jungle Boy, which I thought was great. I was very excited to see that up until Jungle Boy taking longer than 3 seconds to pull the trigger, and Christian reaches his arms up to punch him in the dick. And I was like, what? Like, this is what frustrates me.
Like, I get that Christian's the heel in this, obviously, because
But how many times is Christian going to get the one up on? Yeah. How many times is Christian going to get the one up on Jungle Boy?
Yeah, exactly. And how many times are we going to see that Jungle Boy gets the shit kicked out of him by Christian, or as Matthew asked, where's the dinosaur? When will the dinosaur come back and attack him?
And this is what's massively frustrating about this is, I watched Darby Allin be the ultimate underdog, and the only person that Jungle Boy has overcome is fucking Brian Cage. And that's it. His one match against Luchasaurus. I'm sorry. His one match in the cage against Luchasaurus and Brian Cage, who he's fucking beat twice. He beat Brian Cage twice. And Jungle Boy can't pick up a victory other than that. It's like week after week after week, I'm watching him get his ass kicked, and get handed to him. And it's like, dude,
it's like
is this
watching your
guy
favorite.
the future? Is this guy the future of the company or not?
It's like watching your
Because
favorite football team lose every week, and then putting them into the Super Bowl,
yeah,
and expecting them to win. Like, do you really think that's going to happen? Like, imagine if the Chiefs had lost every single week leading up to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they
wouldn't be there.
And they went into the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then you're expecting them to win. Like okay, I know that we're kind of expecting Jungle Boy to win this match at Revolution, but if he's getting the shit kicked out of him week after week after week after week, then there's going to be no point to us holding that hope.
It's like calling a meeting backstage and saying, guess what, guys? Jack Perry is our guy. He's our guy for the future. He's our guy moving forward. Jack Perry, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, is going to be a star in this company, and he's the future. And then everybody like claps, and everybody's excited. All the boys are happy for him. And then you have him lose 80% of his matches.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a second. I thought,
why is this guy the future? Yeah.
Yeah. If this guy's
we're investing in him, if we're giving him the pyro, if we're giving him a theme song, if we're giving him merchandise, if we're pulling the trigger and making him the future of our company, the face of our company, but we're just going to have him lose every week. Like, you're not going to be invested in him when he goes for the big one. Yeah. When he goes to challenge for the big title, you're going to turn around and go, well, why has he deserved it?
Yeah.
Like, he's lost every single week.
Yeah.
It will make no sense.
So not to talk about the other show, but that's kind of where I'm at with the other show too. Yeah. Is you've spent 2.5 years of him beating people like Brock Lesnar, the Demon Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, all these people that are high caliber superstars, really strong. What makes Cody so special that Cody's going to do it?
Like I said last week, and you grilled me for this, what if Cody is the catalyst and like the sale had happened already and Cody was just sent there by Tony? Yeah. I know it's not good. I know it's not true.
What loses at WrestleMania? And we get another 6 to 8 months of Roman's title reign. That's what it sounds like to me. So
it would be, imagine if that was the catalyst though, like Tony had bought the company already and then went, okay, I'll send Cody over and we'll go from there. That way he gets his world title, he gets finish the story, because he couldn't get the title in AEW because he locked himself out of it.
Yeah, well, and also his dad and all that stuff. So,
but like, you knew I was joking when I said that last week, anyway.
Oh yeah.
So, well, I hope you did anyway. But if Cody loses at WrestleMania, there's no one. There's no one. You've already shot yourself in the foot by putting Elimination Chamber, what was a not actually a good match, but a good story. Yeah. It wasn't a good match. Like, I'm not saying it was a bad match, but it wasn't a great match.
Yeah.
It was great story. You put that already in the main event of Elimination Chamber, and you've blown your load on it.
Yep. Which, seems to be something that they do quite a bit. So, Speaking of out of place things, I'm done. I'm not going to talk. I'm not talking about this out of place. Um, Saraya comes out to face Sky Blue.
We missed
locked
the
her in his,
Wardlow Joe package.
huh?
We missed the Wardlow Joe package,
I
which was
skipped
just
over that for a reason.
because it was bloody pointless.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
Like, if that's all we're going to get is video packages from the two,
well, it's Joe. What do you think we're gonna get?
the non-existent.
We've already seen too much of Joe for and don't take that the wrong way. Like, I love Joe. Samoa Joe is one of my favorite wrestlers.
I know what you mean. You're going back to Mark's reference here of where's the champion?
Exactly.
Why isn't he on TV?
Exactly. Like, that's when me and Mark would complain about that all the time. Like, here it is, and like at least we're getting video packages. But dude, like, I mean, like, if you're not going to participate in the company, then what are we doing, guys?
If you're not going to participate, give the belt to bloody Eddie Kingston. Give it to someone who wants to be on the show. Like,
yeah,
Lance Archer. Lance Archer, Eddie Kingston, Brian Cage, bloody. There's multiple names backstage. Miro.
Yeah,
like there's multiple names backstage that could easily work.
Well, dude, so here's the thing. I just, I don't want to spend our whole show complaining about this show, but,
there's things they need to do better. There's things AEW needs to pull out of their ass and do a hell of a lot better than they already have, than they are doing right now, because back they used to be able to do it.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Saraya and Sky Blue, I thought should have went longer. It should have given Sky Blue a more of a chance to showcase what she could do. I felt like that match was really short because they gave us a small glimpse in that match, and I really liked it. I was like, man, like this could be good. And then they cut it short. And then like earlier when we talked about like everything being thrown together at once. That's what's going on with the women right now. There is one story.
No, there's two.
Is there? Now. Because I don't feel like there's two stories. I feel like there's one.
No, because there's two now. There's the fact of what is old mate Ruby Soho going to do.
Yeah, but the story is us versus them.
Yep.
That's what the story is. And that's why I'm saying like it's one whole story for the women. There's not more than one story. It's just straight up us versus them, and how can Britt look better than the WWE gals? And that, to me, that's what that is.
And I hate to admit this, but ABJ was right on that. It's Britt wanting to be in the picture every single time.
And I get it. She's your biggest star. Apologize. I get it. Like, she's your biggest star, but
is she?
Is she really? Oh, absolutely she is. Britt Baker is the biggest star in that women's roster. But there's more people.
Yeah.
There is. You've got a slew of women to use, a whole shit ton of women to use. Talent-wise, AEW has the best women's division. Talent-wise. I said that.
Yeah.
I said talent wise. So please don't come after me. Don't put my head on a stake.
They have women that could shit all over any of the women in WWE. And yes,
WWE,
I'm going to say
WWE,
this is going to piss a lot of
NXT,
people off.
Impact.
There is a lot of people. They've got a lot of people on AEW. Have a lot of people, women on their roster, who are 1,000 times better than Charlotte Flair, and that's going to piss a lot of people off. But I said it. I said it. But AEW doesn't use them. And I don't understand why.
Because they don't know what to do with it. Because the person who books and makes those decisions, Scott, has no idea how to book a women's division. And he's taking advice. He's taking advice on how to book a women's division by somebody who knows that she's the top star in the company. So she only wants to book herself.
Here's the thing. Originally, Kenny was booking the women's division. Kenny was booking that women's division, and it was solid. Yeah. When you had people like Riho, okay, she's 190 pounds at a wet, like soaking wet.
90 pounds, not 190, like, 90.
I know. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like she's 90 pounds soaking wet. But you had her. You had Nyla Rose. You had all these strong women. You had bloody Leva Bates. Like, Leva Bates is talented. That chick can wrestle. That chick.
I don't know if you remember skills. I don't know if you remember or not, but when Tony pulled those duties away from Kenny, the Bucks, and Cody, I think that was one of the things he did was pulled the booking of the women's division from Kenny. And while I understand why he did that, this goes back to the beginning of the conversation that these things need to be delegated to people who know what they're doing. Not saying that Tony doesn't know what he's doing. We just don't know because Tony's doing 10,000 other things.
Bloody, you had Penelope Ford wrestling.
Yeah.
Not the greatest in the ring, but still bloody talented, could put on a decent match. The Bunny, she was talented. She could put up, look at her in Impact. Look at Ali in Impact.
Yeah. Sheeta.
Like, Sheeta, Diamante, bloody Emi Sakura, Kiera Hogan, bloody, before she got released, Big Swole. And okay, Big Swole ended up turning into a bit of a bitch in regards to the company. But she was great in the ring. Like, she had potential. You have all these women who have massive potential, can put on great matches if you let them. Do you remember when AEW first started and they had the Jericho Cruise and they showed the women's match, the intergender match with Kenny and Riho versus Penelope and Kip Sabian?
Yeah.
Yeah. How good was that match?
It was fantastic.
Like, and there's another thing. Kip Sabian. Okay, I know we've been getting him a lot in the past few weeks, but it's took 2.5 years to get him back into the company and telling a story in the company. And even then, we didn't play on the fact that he was sitting at ringside every single bloody week with a box on his head.
Yeah. And now he's not doing much of anything.
Why didn't we play on that fact? Why didn't we go and say, this guy's been here every single week? It doesn't even have to have, like, it doesn't have to be every week. And it can just be, like, drop the hints. Like, Why were you sitting in the crowd? Why were you at the shows every week? Like, just give us something.
I agree.
Give us a reason for a long-term story. Give us a long-term bloody story. I'm sorry. I'm pissed this week. I'm pissed. I'm very, very annoyed this week because I love AEW, but they're doing my head in with some things they do.
Bryan Danielson comes out to the ring. And then for Bryan Danielson comes out to the ring for a promo. And it was good. I think the only thing I would complain about this is
it's the underdog generic promo.
No, it's not that irritates me. Like I said, the thing that kind of just that I kind of get a little frustrated about is Danielson and MJF just feels
forced.
rushed. I have it's not making me believe that Danielson has a hope to win. That this is just a filler match for MJF.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's not a big deal. I mean, when you're as privy to it as we are, sometimes that stuff is never never unpredictable. So, and that it is what it is.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't like about this is it's weird to me why they do this thing with MJF. Every week they seem to do this thing where it's like, hey, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Oh, because MJF,
whether or not he's a tweener or not.
And that's frustrating.
They can't. And the thing is, the crowd wants him to be the face of the company. They want a proper fucking face of the company. The crowd wants someone they can get behind, that they can go, okay, this is the guy that is going to lead this company into the next 2, 5, 10 years of the company. But AEW gives us that for 2 seconds, and then they take it away again. They want to have that. The crowd, we want that guy that we can go, yes, we're going to follow you. We're going to follow your story from the beginning to the end. Whether you make it to that title or not, it doesn't matter. But we're going to follow you all the way through. And they haven't done that. They haven't built anyone to do that.
Agreed.
This is what I was getting at before about me being pissed. Is AEW is so good with the talent that they've got on their roster. Like, they've got some absolutely freaking amazing talent who can put on absolute bangers of matches.
What's up, Alex?
But they, at the same time, suck because they cannot give us someone to stay dedicated to and follow that story all the way through. I'm sorry, Chase. I know that's like it's pretty crazy.
Don't apologize to me. If you because like I said, I asked the question like, does MJF want to be a good guy or a bad guy or not? Because it just seems like every single time he faces up against the big baby face like CM Punk, we had to get a swerve. Like, oh, is he really? And then tonight, he tried to do the same thing. He tried to make it seem like Brian was the bad guy and he's the good guy. But he turned really quick because then obviously he brought Daniel's kids into it.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, I mean, the promo in regards to the kids, fantastic, leading to that beatdown between the two. That was good.
Yeah. But and that's what I was going to say. Because I know we kind of started off we kind of started off on rocky ground with this, but I wanted to end it with saying it ended very, very, it ended very, very well with how they did it. So,
but where do we go from here? Because
Revolution.
I don't I don't see. I don't see. We've still got what, 2 weeks till Revolution? 2 weeks, is it?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't see Brian. Yeah, we got 2 weeks till Revolution.
10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
So roughly 2 weeks. I don't see Brian being the one to beat MJF, and if he does, I don't see him holding that title for very long. I think if he does, he holds it for maybe 3 weeks, and we get a match where MJF screws him out of the belt.
Yeah,
and then we get a feud because of it.
Like I said, it ended up having AEW's having trouble selling out Revolution. At least 3,000 tickets left. Ugh.
That doesn't mean anything, though. That doesn't mean anything, because you look, they've sold out multiple pay-per-views, they've sold out multiple events, and WWE's done this, had trouble selling tickets before as well. And they even changed a freaking venue for one of their pay-per-views. Remember?
Yep.
They had to change a venue for one of their pay-per-views because of the fact that they weren't able to sell enough tickets for the bigger venue.
It was Money in the Bank, and they wanted it to be at Allegiant Stadium.
Yep.
So just moving on from this, we get the Revolution Tag Team Battle Royal.
Well, we got Jamie Hayter backstage, actually.
I don't care about that. So Danhausen, it was funny on this show.
Can we just look? The Battle Royal was good. The end of the Battle Royal was shit.
It was.
You predicted this last week.
I wanted to make a comment real quick about Danhausen. He comes out. He did that Battle Royal at the last pay-per-view where he came out with the revised gimmick, and he was a little bit more evil. And everybody thought, oh, maybe now we're actually going to see Danhausen be Danhausen in AEW. Nope.
We get the Danhausen the same.
We got one match of Danhausen like that, and then it went right back to where he was. But no, I agree with you. The spot in the match where Ray Phoenix had Roosh on the apron, and he ran across the top rope and kicked Roosh and eliminated him. It was amazing.
That was mental. The ending. That was like great.
For as amazing as that was, it sucked.
We got to a shitty, predictable, throw it in the bin ending.
Yeah. Because they want the Acclaimed, the Gun Club, and Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett to be the three-way. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be the Acclaimed, Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, and the Gun Club. And
no, you look at the casino, or you look at the promo. Sorry, this is addressing Stephen. You look at the promo photo afterwards, and I don't know if you've looked at this, Chase, but the promo photo afterwards, it shows this in the silhouette. If you look at the silhouette that's closest to, or that's not the right-hand side guy, the other one, the guy has curly hair.
So what
so the promo photo for where is it? See if I can find it. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, well, who do you think it is?
It's got to be a dude with curly hair, to be honest. Like, I'm thinking it might be what's that guy's name? Death
that
Triangle
guy.
guy. The Death Triangle guy. Yeah, that guy. It might be him.
So
And
it's very funny you brought up this silhouette thing, and I'm not saying that this is the case, but so Josh and I were looking at Grandel Wrestling in St. Louis is going to have a surprise entrant in one of their matches, and the silhouette is Ryback.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Now that doesn't mean that Ryback is going to be it's going to be the it's going to be the surprise entrant. But we thought I thought it was funny, and I really thought it was funny when you just brought it up just now.
I'm trying to find.
So while you're looking for it, I want to talk about the House of Black challenging the Young Bucks and Kenny for the Trios Championship. Is that what they're going to do on Friday? Is challenge the Elite to
I don't think it's going to
a
happen on
Trios match?
Rampage. I don't think it's going to happen on Rampage.
Oh, I don't think the match is going to happen on Rampage, but I'm asking, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think that they're going to eventually challenge them for the Trios Championship?
Oh, definitely. And I mean, as Alex says, it would be a great team for the Elite to lose to.
It would be.
It would be an amazing team.
It would be fantastic for them to lose to,
But
especially if Kenny Omega is going to bounce out and go join the E.
I don't think he will. I honestly don't. Okay. Let me give. I don't know. Can I do this?
Yeah. You should be able to. Share your screen.
So, boom. Is that working?
Yes.
Do you see the silhouette?
Yeah.
How it's got curly hair down here?
Yeah. But yeah. I'm not looking too much into that. I mean, I don't know. I think it could be anybody, right?
Fucking stop sharing my screen now. It's frozen now.
No, just you. You're just frozen now.
No, my it's frozen. Give me a second.
Scotty took a giant shit.
I'm gonna have to reload.
Nope. I'm gonna leave you like this.
Oh.
Damn it. Damn it. Look at that. Look at that beautiful championship out there, guys. That looks amazing, right? It does. It does. All right, here he is.
Yeah, there we go.
Darn it. I was hoping we could just leave you frozen like that for the rest of the show.
No, I had to reload, otherwise this shit wouldn't have worked properly.
So, after the Battle Royal and after the House of Black promo, we get Tony Khan's big announcement.
Okay, now I brought this up in the Discord.
Yes, go ahead. Tell us what you think.
I believe that he had to pivot away from his major announcement due to, I think all the TV show that he announced may have been part of it, but I think he had to pivot away from his full major announcement because of another company releasing some information beforehand.
What company are you referring to?
So there was a tweet from, where is my phone? There was a tweet from, who is it? company was it? It was a company called Spectrum Media, and I don't know how well Spectrum Media. I don't know if that's going to be seen. That's not going to be seen, but it gives us a hint on upcoming pay-per-views or upcoming premium live events. And that being that we're getting FD2 in June.
Where's that tweet at? You said it's by Spectrum, right?
Yes. Okay. It's probably deleted now.
Well, son of a bitch. Yeah, Spectrum. I mean, we knew it was going to happen. That's so silly. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about this All Access every Wednesday after Dynamite.
Well, it's going to be on for an hour after Dynamite.
Yeah.
And I guess it's in a way like the what WWE put on their network, the 24 program that they did, or the day of program. So it's going to be like a more reality based, more about the person that they're showcasing on the show. Like, are they going to be showcasing? Obviously, the first episode is going to be showcasing Adam Cole and his recovery. But, yeah, I don't think it's going to be super fantastic. And it definitely was not a major announcement that needed to be hyped up as much as it was.
I agree. I do want to take an opportunity really quick because we're here at the end of the show. And we're going to run through this, run through the end. So everybody still watching with us, stay tuned. We will be posting the link if you guys did want to join in. If you guys don't, whatever. But
one rule: have a camera.
That's right, camera and a microphone. Steven Chambers says, "R.I.P. Power Slap."
Has that just been canned?
No. Well, Power Slap comes on right after Dynamite. So if this new show comes on,
that must mean the Power Slap's been booted.
I don't think it's been booted. I think they're gonna move it.
Maybe
I don't know, but that show is so fucking stupid.
I've watched some TikToks of that, and like the slaps are brutal, but the whole show as a concept is very, very stupid.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, the Gun Club, they asked Double J and Jay Lethal to join.
Next.
My man. John Moxley defeated Evil Uno.
In what was not a great match, but fuck me, that amount of blood at the end. Holy shit, I swear he has a broken nose.
Yeah. Agreed. There was at one point where he had that chokehold in, and his nose was squirting blood. So
yeah, like that amount of blood. I've had a broken nose before. I know what the amount of blood that comes out of a broken nose looks like. And that's exactly what that looked like with Uno. Like, the guy has to have had his nose broken, and if he didn't, he's hit a fucking vein.
And as we can see, Scott, if anybody here is an expert on broken, it's you. Because I saw your T-shirt. Wonderful! Ah! Oh man,
that just happened.
Yep, it did. Yep. All right, sir. I am sending you in the private chat.
There's no point in sending it to me. No one watches my Twitch.
Nobody's watching your Twitch?
No one watches my Twitch.
You got one viewer.
Apparently.
Is it your wife?
I don't think so. She's just come back.
Okay.
She's just come back from the shops, so.
Oh, shit.
I'll put it on there anyway, so. You never know. Someone might find it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The link is in the chat. Click it. Join the show. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. While I fire up the card for the next show, we're going to break that down.
For Dynamite.
For Rampage, for Rampage and Dynamite. We'll break that down real quick. While we give some people some time to jump in. I've got one guy waiting in the lobby. That is it right now. So Rampage on Friday night is going to feature Action Andretti versus Sammy Guevara. I think that'll be a good match. The Young Bucks versus Aussie Open. I think the Young Bucks will win that, and then after that, you'll get the House of Black coming out and challenging them. Willow Nightingale versus Tony Storm. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
There's another woman that needs to be used as well.
Agreed.
Absolutely talented, needs to be used.
Yep. Lance Archer makes his return to AEW. And then we hear from Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes. Why Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes are together? What the fuck ever. But anyways.
It's because they're going against old mate Mini Brock Lesnar and Captain Tattoos.
The Moguls or whatever. Yeah,
Captain Tattoos and Swerve Strickland, who is just like, essentially now a reject. And
then on Dynamite next week, we're going to get the Casino Battle Royal to see who advances to Revolution for the AEW Tag Team titles. And then Hook faces an opponent of Stokely Hathaway's choosing. We will not break down the Revolution card. We will do that next week. But since this is our only viewer who decided to chime into the show, I will post the link out here one more time, guys. If
come join us if you've got a camera and a microphone.
Yep.
And make sure you're not wanting it.
Oh, hi.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. I was just doing the motion. If you got a camera and a microphone, you can join these two goofballs. And then I came on, and you scared me.
That's right.
He does that. He has a tendency of doing that.
I know.
Been playing this bad boy. Been playing this bad boy all day.
Nice. I like it.
1973 first edition of the Joker's Wild. If you've seen episodes of it on YouTube, a fun classic game show. I wish they'd bring back some classic episodes to Game Show Network, but that's just me. Anyway.
Before we go any further, Hunter, can I just say to everybody watching, please do us a favor. Follow our boy Hunter here on Twitch. Follow him. This boy gives his all and does game shows, does retro stuff that you would love. Give him a follow. Please.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
He deserves it.
It is much needed, and you're definitely not getting a skip card from me. I can promise you that. Neither of you and neither is all of our friends are getting a skip card. You guys are fantastic, and I appreciate all the support. But I can tell you what is getting a skip card, though. Actually, two things at the very least off the top of my head. Number one being that tag team match.
Which one?
The one with Jared and Lethal winning. That was
the Rumble. Yep. Yeah.
That was hogwash.
Yeah, just fucking loudly.
Yes. The second skip, actually, there were three. The second one being the main event. I know it was Mox. Mox made freaking Uno look like $1 million. But we all kind of saw the outcome coming from a mile away because obviously Tony Khan has no idea how to use the Dark Order nowadays.
That match should have been middle of the show, not the main event.
Yeah, that was a foregone conclusion. And then the third skip card, Tony Khan's announcement. The first time in the history of this Dynamite post show I have ever given a skip card to Tony Khan himself on camera. A first for this show. I'm sorry, Tony. Go back to smoking whatever it is you're smoking. I'm sorry. I had to say that, but
wow. Hunter said it.
Hey, it's almost that time. It's almost that time of the night, okay? It's almost that time of the night to go into H-Dog mode. Anyway, there we are. Oh, speaking of the Jokers, well, I got the slot machine behind me there. The old Joker machine.
There you go.
But yeah, thank you for all the kind support. Hey, I'll tell you what. I can tell you right now, it does work. And Chase, I need your help with this. Yes. I know I'm promoting something, but this is for you. This is just for you. Imagine you have a slot machine handle in front of you. Go ahead and pull it. Just go ahead and pull it. Joker, the I-70 hot tag. Go watch them tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Go watch the I-70 hot tag tomorrow night. Chase and Josh Elliott have one of the best shows promoting local wrestling in Kansas City and Missouri. I hear they have a big announcement regarding the show, so you may want to tune in. It's 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on CR Media and the I-70 Hot Tag YouTube channel. Check it out.
Look at that.
I dare you. No balls.
How can you not appreciate the talent of this young man, Hunter Dillon?
Help me help you.
That was awesome, Hunter. I appreciate that, sir.
Of course.
So we always like to ask everybody that comes on, and we ask you every week you come on. Tell us something that you liked about Dynamite.
Well, I can tell you this much. The opening match was good. Agreed. Maybe ran a little longer. Might have should have gone a little longer, but that's just me. Other than that, I really can't think of anything that was standout. The two back-to-back backstage talking segments. Yeah, you're right. They should have had segment, not segment, match.
Look, it didn't even have to be a match. It could have just been a better segment, not just two interview segments back to back. Like you could have had a backstage brawl or a backstage beatdown, or you could have had someone wanking off in the locker room. I don't know.
Hell yeah!
Like you could have had something that's just different from two straight interviews back to back.
Right.
And AEW has this tendency, and they used to not do this, but they've turned into doing this of interview after interview after interview. And then we get to a quality match.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, if you could change something about the show tonight, what would you change?
Well, I certainly wouldn't have a big announcement because that was absolutely underwhelming.
As I said, I feel that was because of the fact that Spectrum messed it up. and tweeted something out that caused Tony to go, "Oh shit, there's been a leak."
So you think the big announcement was Forbidden Door 2?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be Forbidden Door 2, and we were going to get possibly the rematch with Kenny versus Ospreay.
Yeah, but in either event, at least to me, the announcement was kind of lackluster. So pardon my French, Chase. Have we had at least one F-bomb tonight?
We have. So we have some wiggle room. We have some wiggle room for another one.
Well, in that case, Tony Khan, get the fuck out of there and get a freaking better segment, or at least like a little small little like scuffle match or something would have been okay.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
No, you're
try
good.
Not to cuss on the show.
So, Hunter.
See what we're doing to Hunter? We're turning him from such a sweet and innocent boy to making him swear on camera.
All right, Hunter. Are you going live on Twitch tonight?
I already did earlier tonight with Millionaire. We only had one player come out again, and he bombed on the second question. So, but I do try and stream 5 nights. We're going to try a Friday night edition of Millionaire to see if that fares better than Wednesdays. So come on out for that. I do try and stream 5 nights a week, Monday through Fridays. You'll see me doing like...
Go check him out whenever you can. If you're watching this right now, if you go check out Hunter Dillon 95 on Twitch, look at his VOD, a video on demand, if he's got any up. I believe he does. And then go check out his live streams. They are fun, entertaining, and you'll learn something as well. Like,
yes,
you may not want to learn something, but you will learn something.
Yes. You'll usually see me doing game shows or board games. Tomorrow night is Thursday, so it's Trivia Thursdays. We do Trivia Pursuit with the chat because I got Trivia Pursuit live too. That can be integrated with Twitch viewers, and we're gonna try Friday night edition of Millionaire and see if that fares better than Wednesdays. But you'll normally see me doing like board games, game shows. We did arcade games last night, and that was a whole lot of fun.
There you go. Right. Matthew Holland will jump in if you do Connect 4.
I don't think they have a Connect 4 game on Steam or anything, but we'll see.
We need to make that. We need to make it, Hunter.
Yes.
We need to make it. Do a Connect 4 game.
Do a Connect 4. Maybe. All right.
Hey, the ABJ is in the chat.
The king. We now have 3 kings.
All right, Hunter. We're gonna go ahead and let you go. I got somebody else waiting right behind you. Okay.
All right. I shall see you guys hopefully in the Discord. You guys take it easy, my friends, and don't be a skip card. I know you won't be, but don't be a skip card.
Take care, my friend. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
All right, Hunter Dillon, everybody. Hunter Dillon 95 on Twitch. Make sure you go check him out. I miss your face too, ABJ. And then, all right, what do you got for us?
Does he have?
What do I have?
No, he doesn't.
What do I have?
Jesus, get a fucking microphone, will you? He's got translucent or
he's trying to steal Hunter's gimmick. Infringement. Copyright takedown.
Yeah, you should know all about that. Didn't your boys, the SAP, have to deal with gimmick infringement? And now you're in here doing the same gimmick infringement for Hunter Dillon.
I draw 3 skip cards for all 3 of Hunter's.
If you can,
so does that mean that you agree? Alex, does that mean you agree with him, or does that mean that you skip his skips?
I skip his skips because number 1, Royal was dope. Number 2, that Tony boring but not skippable. And number 3, that Moxley match was dope.
Okay. That's nice.
I skipped
You're wrong.
all 3 of your skip cards.
That's really nice. You're wrong, but that's really nice. So
it's like you're allowed to have your opinion, but you're also allowed to be wrong.
Yes. And you happen to have both.
He's got the reverse card.
And now I have the reverse card. So I'm going to reverse it back to you guys.
Okay. So Tony Khan's announcement sucked. Underwhelming, and it sucked. I don't care about AEW after the bell. Half those guys all have like Twitch channels and stuff like that. I don't need to see after the bell shit with AEW. So reverse your skip. What was the other one you had?
What
do you say?
The tag team match.
Well, what are you talking about? The Battle Royal?
Yeah.
You mean the Battle Royal that Jeff Jarrett won? You're joking, right? I'm done. I haven't seen that guy in a while. I kind of miss him. And then he got on camera and I was like, I don't fucking miss you. What the fuck?
And there goes our PG rating for the night.
Oh well, I don't care. When he started singing Jeff Jarrett's theme song, there is nothing cool about Jeff Jarrett's theme song. It is
At
annoying.
least it's not the chosen one.
Huh?
At least it's not the chosen one.
I'd rather listen to that Kid Rock remix from WCW than to listen to that. Jesus.
Oh shit.
ABJ, can you hear us?
ABJ, are you there?
We can't see you or hear you, my friend.
You are the void.
We'll let him. Or we'll see if he can get situated together, and then get ABJ on here for a moment, and then.
But next week, what do you think? Who do you think we're going to have in the Battle Royal?
I don't know.
Are we going to get some of the same teams, or are we going to get new teams? There he is.
I don't know.
They don't like Firefox, I guess. I don't know.
Nobody likes Firefox. What is this? 2005? Why are you still using Firefox?
2000 late. I just got home. I'm tired.
What'd you do tonight?
We'll talk about it in Discord.
Okay.
Fair.
I didn't see a second of the show. I have no idea.
You just wanted to come on and see your pretty face, Chase.
Yeah, I just wanted to come in and say hi. I pulled a Matthew tonight. I didn't watch the show at all.
You didn't miss much.
Sunnies.
So.
You need the sunnies though. You got to get some sunnies going.
But God, man, do I miss your face, Chase? It feels like it's been forever.
I know, man. I've been real busy with on Sundays.
I feel bad for Mark. I didn't see the chat for our Discord until later on that night, and I was like, oh man,
he was like.
And then I was kind of like, you know what? I'm kind of glad we didn't, because I feel like because we took such a long break away from it that I think all of us have to come back together.
Yeah. I agree. But I did kind of do the same thing. I saw Mark message and then he got a no soul and I was like, damn.
Yeah, we no sold him. I feel bad about it. It'll make for good content when we come back because he'll be upset about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'll give him something to.
The bad booking is the fact that you no sold him.
Yep.
No, not AEW related, but how insanely drunk did you get after that Super Bowl?
quite a bit.
Enough to purchase that belt behind him.
Yeah.
Actually, I noticed that. Yeah.
Actually, I purchased. No. Muhammad from Pakistan did.
Is that what they send the actual team? Was that belt with the nameplates?
Yes. So it actually is the old Super Bowl. So Super Bowl 54 from a few years ago. But I've already messaged him and like, hey, can I order side plates? And he's like, yes, my friend, please do. And I'm like, okay. So I'll probably order a side plate that shows Super Bowl 57. So instead of 54.
Yeah, man. I thought it was a really, really, really good Super Bowl. Like one of the best of all time.
Minus the ending.
Yeah, that call was a little sketchy.
Yeah,
I would have let it. I would have let them play, but also that play was designed to get the refs to make that call. Just run a slant, like a hook route, like an in and out, but run into the defender. See if they give you a call and dip out. You know, because you're gonna get contact no matter what. Like that guy's gonna grab you. You know.
Yeah. They got their. I mean, like obviously the call is there. Like it happened, but it was just one of those things where it's like they've let them play all game. Why right there?
Yeah, the refs have to make it about themselves, and that seems to be a trend in football. And then people are like, "This is why it's fixed. It's a conspiracy." It's no, just there's refs need to make it about themselves sometimes, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
They
complain. They complain about refs on wrestling stealing the show. And I don't really care about that. It's a show. I don't mind that.
Yeah, they're part of the performance.
They're part of the performance. Referees on NFL are not a part of the performance. So
yeah. What's going on, everybody? Sorry, I'm not no selling you guys. I'm just really sleepy. Yeah. So I sold a GoPro. I sold a GoPro, and I sold 3 of these microphones. So tomorrow I have to get up early and drive like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to go deliver microphones to somebody. And I got my first of 3 GoPros for my new setup coming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm 2 GoPros away from my goal. And this summer, hopefully, your boy's going to be doing his content that he wants.
Check out ABJ on Pornhub.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that at all. I'm on the Wheeler Yuta.
We've already heard of Chase getting down and dirty in the Discord.
Bro, the Discord be getting wild lately. It's crazy. It's all you haven't been there for a minute, Chase. It's completely revamped. We have new rules. We have new setups. It's a whole new Discord now.
Nice.
You got to be level 5.
Yeah. No posting unless you hit a certain level. Like you have to earn your levels and stuff. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty fun.
Although we still have the tradition of Axel and Jake going back and forth over the ratings.
Oh yeah, and then they can't argue with each other about it in a voice check. Is that neither one of their microphones work with each other?
It's true. It's damn true.
I'm like, one of you mute yourselves. We know the deal.
Yeah, you guys need to knock it off. I
like Jakey Boy's ratings. He has fun with it. Yeah. Okay, they're not traditional, but you know what?
Make your own rankings if you don't like his.
That's right.
He's a non-traditional, but they're his, and we love it.
F you guys.
And screw you too, Axel.
But Axel got kicked out. I don't know if you saw that or not.
What do you mean? Kicked out of the stream?
He started singing Jeff Jarrett's theme song.
He's the worst sometimes.
Yep, he is. Thank you.
The absolute worst sometimes.
Yeah. He came in right after Hunter did, and Hunter gave his 3 skip cards for tonight. One of which was the tag team battle royal that Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal won.
Oh, cool.
And
did you just say "oh, cool" to the fact that Jeff Jarrett won a match?
I don't mind Jeff Jarrett in AEW right now.
That's wild. Anyways,
I think he still got it. I think he still got it.
Who are you, and what have you done with ABJ?
I don't mind Jarrett. Listen,
It's really nice. It's really nice. It's wrong, but it's really nice.
You're allowed to your opinion.
What's your beef with Jeff Jarrett? You don't think he's good in the ring? You don't think he works a crowd? You don't think he knows what he's doing?
I think he's dangerous to be in any company that he doesn't
own.
He's
dangerous to take it over, yeah.
Like in any company he doesn't own, he is very, very dangerous.
But as a worker, he knows how to work. He's a great worker.
Oh yeah.
The dude knows how to work.
But he doesn't need to be in a tag team championship match.
If it gets Jay Lethal push, I'm with it. How about Evil Wing again in the main event? That's pretty cool.
Speaking of that, who the hell is the ROH World Champion at the moment?
Claudio?
Is it Claudio? Yeah, it's Claudio, right?
Do we? Because it was Jericho, remember?
Yeah, and then he beat Jericho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but he never walks around with the belt.
Beats me, guy.
Those tapings start soon.
Yeah. He never walks around with the belt. Yet you see Yuta with his belt.
Our show Saturday night, Scott, got completely derailed because of those tapings starting. It's awesome because Dak and all those guys had to back out, but they're backing out. They're backing out for ROH, which is awesome. So good.
What do you mean?
They're working ROH, obviously.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dak Draper, a bunch of guys that were supposed to be at an event on Saturday, but
gotcha.
The event, it's like a completely different card now.
I mean, it's a good thing for them that they're going to get a chance to be showcased on ROH.
I won't be there on Saturday. Josh will be running the table and selling merchandise all by his lonesome. We will have shirts for the first time and other merch. I have been invited to go cover.
An orgy?
Oh, no. Close.
It will end up as an orgy.
I have been invited to go cover as a media personality the Chiefs banquet where they pass out awards. So
your boy Chase is going to end up being awarded in other ways.
No, I wish I don't know exactly how it's going to work out. I don't know
if Travis Kelce came up to you and whispered in your ear like, Chase, I want that b-hole. Would you give it to him?
1,000%.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
I would call Travis Kelce Papi Blanco because that's what the Mexican girls call him.
What would you call your boy Mahomes?
Daddy.
Yeah. And that dude proved he's daddy that Super Bowl.
He looks 20 years younger than you, Chase.
He is.
Yeah, well, close, yeah. He's only 26 or 27, so yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then I'll tell you what, man. I think going into that, like, I will never ever up until this point say I would ever like that. There's some players that I'm like, man, I hate the Eagles, but there's some players that if I own a jersey of theirs, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't wear it in public, but I wouldn't mind owning a few Eagles jerseys. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd rock a Kelce.
Jason Kelce.
Yeah, and I would rock both Kelce brothers. At some point when I get my money straight, I'm gonna be ordering both of their jerseys. Bro, that podcast all season has been a blast.
Amazing.
And then them leading up to the Super Bowl and then being in the Super Bowl together. It's like you couldn't have written a better storyline. And like for Travis to be crying and he's like, dude, he's like, nothing will ever top this season for me ever. He's like, me and my brother usually don't talk, don't speak, have no connection with each other the entire football season. And we decided like that doesn't have to be a thing. And we just sat in a Zoom call and hung out with each other and bonded over the entire season. And it made me play better football. It made me love the game more. And I got to bond with my brother the whole season, and then for us to be in the Super Bowl against each other is like the coolest thing ever. It's like, bro,
they did the press conference after the game, and just his emotion, where he's like,
yes, powerful.
Like, oh my god, dude, where he talked about like, hey, it's a special moment for him, but then to see his brother make it to there and not have the same outcome, like he couldn't help but feel for his brother, and it's just
yeah.
Hello to Freddie in the chat.
Yes, Freddie Henderson.
Freddie with the fire.
He's the guy that makes all the magic at Sports Empire Network happen.
Yeah, I went into
he's the guy behind the curtain.
Hi, Freddie. I'm Anthony Blackwell. I'm the guy who was trying to talk to you guys the one time in the stream, and you guys no sold me. Thanks. Part of the team. I was in the chat.
It depends on which stream you go in.
I think they were talking wrestling too. I'm not sure.
No way.
No. What the fuck?
They're not allowed to talk wrestling without me.
What were they talking about? I forget what you were talking about. But I was like, hey guys, I'm part of the bad booking team.
That shit down.
I was like, I'm part of the bad booking team with Chase, and they're just like, anyway.
Bad booking is not a part of Sports Empire. Only this
cool. I'm not part of the team
yet.
F you, Freddie. No, I'm joking.
The keyword
only this show is a part of the Sports Empire.
No,
I used to be part of this show.
Yeah. The keyword is yet.
Yeah.
Give it time. It'll happen.
Well, yeah. No, we just have to.
We're not joining. We're not joining.
I just have to upload them onto YouTube. That's
I'm boycotting.
Boycotting?
No, I don't care.
Because they didn't acknowledge.
They didn't say
you know what he's going to do now, Chase? He's gonna design a T-shirt with the Sports Empire Network logo, and then have the cancel symbol on it.
It's gonna say fuck Freddie Henderson on the
back. Right to center.
No, I'm joking. I love you, Freddie. You run a good network, man. It's not easy doing that. I've been there. I've been there. I've been on a network once or twice.
Yeah. It's a grind a little bit, man. It's a grind a little bit.
You ain't kidding.
You boys.
Sorry, I joined here at the end and talked nothing about Dynamite and just kind of use this moment to catch up with you, so I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. We literally turned this into the Discord right now.
ABJ, do not worry. Dynamite there was some good things, there was some bad things. I went on a massive rant about how AEW is not using their talent properly, and
is it they're not using talent properly, or they're not using the talent that people want them to use?
It's the fact that they're not using talent properly.
Yeah.
At all.
Same story, different day, I guess.
What was this big announcement?
There's a new show that's going to be debuting called All Access. You know what the announcement was. You just want to listen to a shit on it again.
No, I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about it.
It was a new TV show called All Access.
He couldn't even announce it himself. He had to call Adam Cole into the screen to announce it.
And it's going to be like WWE 24, where they have the cameras following someone for like a 6 to 12 month period.
So is it like a YouTube channel? Is it a documentary?
No, it's going live after Dynamite for a 1 hour live after Dynamite.
So it's like just every week after Dynamite, they follow a wrestler around and tell us the story?
I guess.
Okay.
I think they've pre-filmed it, so the first episode's going to be Adam Cole and his recovery.
And all the times that we want to see a camera backstage to see All Access, or what was it for the press conference, the presser? You know what I mean? Like, what was that camera backstage?
They probably was.
When Punk was getting jumped by the Elite.
Maybe we'll see that footage.
Dude, here's my call. Here's my prediction. I think when this is all said and done, people are going to look back in this and realize that Punk wasn't the enemy here.
It's okay.
I think people are going to look back and be like, dude, the Bucks and the Elite were the problem.
I threw a curveball to Chase last week and said, what if...
It's not a curveball.
Well, I threw a conspiracy to Chase last week.
Is that Peter Avalon that was going down there?
It was.
Yes.
And then he got sucker punched by Jericho in his spiky jacket.
Peter Avalon cut his hair. It looks like a completely different human.
Yeah. He's working
Scott says he threw a curveball at me last week. It wasn't a curveball.
Not a curveball, but a conspiracy theory.
ABJ, I don't know about you, but since I grew up in a small town, what we used to do when we were kids was we would put shit in a bag and we would light it on fire.
Okay.
And put it on people's front doorsteps.
We would just knock on doors and run. But I can't tell you what we called it because it's not cool.
Ding dong did.
Yep.
There you go. That's exactly what we called it.
Well, see, we did the same thing, but when we rang the doorbell and we ran, we would leave the bag of shit on fire and on their front doorstep. So when they opened it, it was in their face. Anyways.
And then they stop on to put it out, and then they get shit on their shoes.
Yep. That's what Scott threw at me last week. It wasn't a curveball. It was a bag of flaming shit.
Well, speaking of taking a shit, guys, it has been fun. I love you. I'll see you in the Discord. I'll let you guys close your show. I'm going to A-Town down. I'm going to drop a deuce.
And this is where we ended.
I was gonna say this is not the first time that somebody has ended my stream by telling me they were gonna go take a shit. So
yeah. Guys, you have a great show. I'm gonna probably end this the best way they're gonna end it. This flaming dumpster fire of a post Dynamite show. I'm gonna go drop a deuce.
Adios, muchachos.
Love you guys. Talk to you in the Discord.
ABJ. See you soon.
All right, ABJ took a moment to come in and say hi. Although didn't watch a lick
He's
of
currently watching it. He's currently watching it.
Currently watching it. That's correct. I don't have anything before we close out.
Make sure click that like button on CR Media.
That's correct.
Follow the Discord or jump in the Discord. Exclamation point CR Media for the link tree. Exclamation point Discord for the Discord. Yeah. Not much else, and now you can't fix your belt.
That's fine. I'll fix it later. Guys, since we're all big AEW fans in here, if you guys want to watch Revolution, it's very, very simple. You got to be a member of the Discord. You got to be a member of the Discord, and you got to be a subscriber of the Twitch. That is the only way you're going to be able to watch AEW Revolution on March 5th. So definitely check that out. Also, come back to us every Wednesday. We do the same thing, guys. For those that were watching and didn't join the show, come back next week. Join. Like I said, we don't put you on the spot. We don't make fun of you. We just hang out.
Unless you've got a stupid take and you're going to be a dickhead, then we'll make fun of you.
Yeah, maybe not.
But make sure you jump back here tomorrow to the CR Media Twitch. Make sure you are on here for the I-70 hot tag, for the massive announcement that they've got tomorrow. Don't worry, it will not be like Tony Khan's.
Yes. It will be a wonderful announcement. Guys, follow the I-70 hot tag. If you're not familiar with it, we talk about Kansas City, Missouri independent professional wrestling, Midwest independent professional wrestling, pretty much.
And your boy Chase here. Your boy Chase here is not going to tell you that he has had some of the premium talent in the world on his show. We're talking about the Impact World Champion,
the walking weapon, Josh Alexander,
and the previous Impact Women's Champion,
Angelina Love.
This guy right here above me has interviewed some of the best in the industry. And
the guy that ate probably one of the best ever RKOs, Evan Bourne, aka Matt Sydal.
Yep.
I like how I introduced him that way. Instead of world-renowned athlete and wrestling superstar.
And your boy Chase is so humble that he won't brag about it.
I won't brag about it. But tomorrow night we're going to have young and upcoming wrestler Blair Dior on the show. He's young and upcoming in the
better than yours, Axel. Better than yours.
In the Kansas and Missouri area. That's going to be a lot of fun to interview him. And then, yes, we do have a big announcement. And part of that big announcement.
Also, Chase, don't forget that you also had the absolute best pizza maker on your show.
That's right.
Who then went on to star in AEW.
That's right. The best pizza maker, Luigi Primo. But the announcement tomorrow night is the reason why I said that we cover Midwest independent professional wrestling, not just Kansas and Missouri anymore, because a lot of our guys go all over the Midwest. And we'll get into that tomorrow night. But until then, guys, as always, my name is Chase. I run CR Media. Below me is my good friend, confidant, Scotty Razdark Wolf from the land down under. And as always, and good night.